Robert. I went to the doctors. I finally found out what's been making me throw up so much.
So, what even was it?
They told me I was pregnant.
Wow, really? Woohoo!
Oh, you're happy about it? I wasn't expecting that.
Of course I am. I'm very happy. That means I'm gonna be a father. Who wouldn't be happy about that?
Whew, I see. I was worried about how you'd react. I wasn't sure if you'd find it a good or a bad thing.
Why?
I mean, I've been throwing up all the time this past week, and when I tell you I just wasn't feeling good, you'd get this sour attitude with me, like it made you upset. Once I found out I was pregnant, it made me look back on that and wonder if maybe you already were suspecting it, but you weren't happy about it.
No, you got the wrong idea. Sure, I was a bit irritated with you. You kept talking about how you were not feeling well, but you weren't going to the doctors or anything. I was wondering why you wouldn't just go get that looked into. We have good health insurance, don't we? I was worried about you. That's why I'd get like that. I just wanted you to feel better as soon as possible, and you not going to the doctors when something's wrong was delaying that.
But I think my physical condition is going to continue to be like this for a while.
Well, now that we know the cause, I'm not going to get all sour on you anymore. Besides, you got some meds from the hospital, right?
Yeah, and some herbal medicines. But just because I take these doesn't mean I'm going to magically become better, you know? My symptoms are caused by things like hormonal imbalances.
Really? But the pregnant women at my company are always working just fine up until their stomachs get bigger. I've never seen any of them take time off just because they claim they're in poor physical health. With meds, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Everyone's pregnancy journey is different. It varies from one pregnant person to another.
Uh-huh. Anyway, it's great that you know the cause now. That means you aren't sick or anything too. That's great news.
Yeah, it's a relief. Although now I'm worried. It might wind up hindering my work.
Don't worry about that. Your job is something you're able to do from home, isn't it? Recently, you've been having the company allow you to work remotely anyway, right?
Well, yeah, that's true. And on days when my morning sickness is really bad, there are times where I just wind up sleeping the day away.
So, it's fine. You're gonna get better anyway. It's all only up from here. I mean, pregnancy isn't an illness. People get through it no problem all the time.
Right. At any rate, I'll go to work tomorrow and talk to them about my situation and what I can do. I think it'll work out.
Got it. Oh, by the way, if you're still outside, buy some cake for us. Let's have a celebration. This is a big deal for the two of us. It means we're gonna become parents.
Wow, that's a great idea. Yeah, I'll definitely pick some up on my way back. What kind do you want? I'm personally fine with anything.
If you can't decide, then strawberry shortcake. That sounds good. And for dinner, we gotta have something special too. How about you make us some spaghetti and meatballs? That's kind of romantic.
Oh, I'm sorry, but the smell of meat recently has been making me feel ill. Sometimes they sell prepackaged spaghetti and meatballs at the store, like how they sell pizza and stuff. Can I just buy you one of those? You don't have to worry about me. I'll eat something else.
Huh? Is cooking spaghetti and meatballs gonna smell that bad to you? Like, unless you burn it or something, I thought it should always smell good.
Yeah, I can't really explain it myself. But ever since I got pregnant, I just can't really stand the smell of meat. It's strange. Maybe it has to do with the nutrients the baby needs and what it doesn't need.
Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. Though, don't bother getting anything from the store. Let's just order some food over Uber Eats. It doesn't have to be spaghetti. Whatever's sitting in the store has probably been there for a while. It probably doesn't taste good compared to something fresher we could just get on delivery.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll put in an order for you before I get home then.
Yep, I'll leave it up to you, thanks. Oh my god. Hey Bella, are you still feeling sick?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Sorry to ask this of you, but can you, not throw up when I'm around? It really puts a damper on my mood when I hear you just barfing in the background nonstop. God, can you give it a break already?
I'm sorry. I'd stop if I could. But it's not like I'm throwing up because I want to. Believe me, it's not fun. My throat burns and it's giving me a headache.
I mean, I get that. But sometimes it feels like you're exaggerating it, like you're amping it up to be even more annoying on purpose. It's irritating. I'm trying to eat, but you keep throwing up chunks. Can you keep it down? It makes me want to throw up.
What are you talking about? When I'm feeling sick, I go to the bathroom to stay away from you. Please don't act like I'm not trying. It's not like I want you to hear me throwing up. I don't derive any sense of sick enjoyment from it.
You say that, but the living room is literally right next to the bedroom. If you're going to throw up, go coop yourself up in the toilet and let it all out there.
That's hard on my body. I need to lay down sometimes too.
Hey, can you at least put yourself in my shoes? How would you feel if there's some person always gagging and hurling in the background every single day? And then you claim you can't stand the smell of meat. So I've been the one making all the food recently since I don't want to eat like a rabbit.
What are you even talking about? I still prepare all the non-meat related side dishes.
Really now? Because you've been cutting corners with all of them. You don't make them how you used to. What excuse do you have for that? Your work's allowing you to work from home full time now. They saved your butt so you wouldn't find yourself left without a job. You just want to be lazy. That's why you're not making us proper meals anymore. I hope that you know that in exchange for taking it easy and lazing around, you're causing me a ton of stress.
Why's that? Because if there's anyone who should be stressed here, it's me.
It's because every single day, there's a woman who keeps pretending to be sick. You vomit all day and barely do the household chores anymore. This isn't a calm and clean environment that I can let myself relax in. It's stressful here. I come home from a long day at work to this mess. How do you think I feel?
Excuse me, you think I'm faking it? I am pregnant. Don't blame me for things I can't help. Pregnancy isn't all sunshine and rainbows.
Oh, stop making excuses. You claim you're sick, but then you gobble up ice cream and french fries? All I can think is how you're just a lazy person. I mean, those things shouldn't help you feel better. They should be making you feel sicker. I bet the truth is you weren't feeling sick at all.
Look, when you're having morning sickness, the things you can eat are limited, and there are things that are completely off limits to you and some that you crave. This depends on the person, but to me, ice cream and french fries is what helps me. It eases my nausea, and considering how hard it is for me to eat these days, I take what I can get.
Wow, that's so convenient. You can use your pregnancy and morning sickness to come up with all kinds of excuses. And when I point out any inconsistencies and things that don't make sense, you claim it's all because of individual differences and hide behind that as a shield.
But it's true. You can look it up.
I didn't think you'd become this much of a lazy couch potato. Don't think you'll be forgiven for everything just because you're pregnant. That's not how the world works.
I don't think that. I want to cause as little trouble for other people as possible, but there's only so much I can do. Sometimes I have to inconvenience people. That's just how it is. I can't control my pregnancy symptoms.
Then here's the solution. Don't come out of the bathroom when I'm in the house. I mean, what's the use in you coming out anyway? You don't do any of the household chores, and you're nothing but a gross, constant background noise. And you get nauseous and want to throw up at the smell of food, right? I'm sick and tired of having to eat my food with you throwing chunks next door.
So, you're basically telling me to live in the bathroom now.
What's the problem with that? You're saying that like it's a bad thing. When you're throwing up, you coop up in there for like an hour or two anyway. It's perfect.
Are you being real right now?
Yep. I mean, think about it from my perspective. Do you think you could eat your food in peace when there's someone throwing up right by your ear?
Why do you act like I'm doing it right next to you? I'm in the other room.
But there are times when you can't make it and you barf all over the kitchen floor. For real, I can't keep living like this. It's gross.
I got it. Once you're home, I'll start living in the bathroom.
Good. Whew, what a relief. I can finally relax in my own home now. Don't sleep in the bedroom either, by the way.
Wait, don't tell me you're expecting me to even sleep in the bathroom.
If that's no good for you, then sleep in the hallway in front of the toilet. That's perfect, isn't it? If If you're feeling ill, you can head straight inside to do your vomiting.
So, you're basically telling me to sleep by the front door too then. Do you know what month it is? It's cold.
But if you're in the living room, I can hear whatever you're doing in there from the bedroom. You'll be fine. Just get a sleeping bag and a hot water bottle. You use that for your period cramps all the time anyway, no biggie.
I'm pregnant with your child.
You don't need to remind me, I know.
Do you? Do you really?
It's not like I'm telling you to live in the bathroom forever. It's just until your morning sickness calms down. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to work now. Don't you dare come out of the bathroom except for when I have to use it. Hey Bella, do you know where that one blue shirt of mine is?
It's at the dry cleaners.
What? I was wanting to wear that tomorrow.
What are you getting upset for? You're the one who told me to take it. Besides, it's your day off. Why don't you just go and get it yourself?
Excuse me? What's with that attitude? Why do I have to do that? I should be allowed to spend this time for myself instead of doing boring stuff. You can go for me. Besides, I'm sure you have plenty of free time now with how you've been living in the toilet.
Don't you think there's something deeply wrong with the way you're making me live?
What?
We're in the same house, but because you keep me cooped up in the bathroom, the only way you're communicating is over WhatsApp. We don't even talk in person at all anymore.
What? There's no helping that. If I get too close to the bathroom, I might hear you vomiting. It's gross even having to share a bathroom with you in the first place.
What the hell?
I mean, the toilet smells really funky after you've thrown up in it, and then I have to do my business with the room smelling like that.
Uh-huh. But unlike you, I have to stay in the bathroom even after you've used it. Imagine what that's like. Your business smells way worse than mine.
That can't be helped. There's nowhere else I can do my business. When you gotta go, you gotta go. That goes for everything that breathes. It's different than your vomiting. Not everyone has to do that, especially not this often.
Is that what you think? Oh, the intercom is buzzing. Can you get that for me since I can't leave?
It's probably just one of those solicitors. We can just ignore them.
No, it's not.
Hey, your dad's right in front of our apartment.
Yep, I know.
Don't give me that. If you knew he was coming, why didn't you tell me? You never said anything about him stopping by today.
I couldn't alert you ahead of time. I only just got the message from him that he was coming over. Now that he's here, keep him company for me, will you?
Excuse me. He's your dad. You talk to him.
Oh, but I can't leave this bathroom. You said so yourself.
This isn't any time to be saying that. Look, he's gonna be entering the apartment soon. You better come out already. I'm letting him in.
No way. I'm not coming out of the toilet. Oh, but you're letting him in, huh? My dad loves piping hot green tea, so make sure you prepare some for him.
Come on, you can hear us talking, can't you? He's asking me where you are. I had to tell him that you've been stuck in the toilet because of how sick you've been feeling. So come out already. I can't keep entertaining him on my own. It's really awkward with just the two of us.
Sad.
Don't give me that. Your dad's here, so get out of the bathroom.
You want to know why he's here? Well, he wanted to check in on me and see what my daily life looked like. Why don't you tell him what that's been like yourself? That you've been forcing me to live in the bathroom.
As if I could say something like that to him.
Oh, why not? Don't tell me. You've been doing something so horrible to me that you can't admit it to anyone else?
No, that's not it.
Oh, okay, so this is totally acceptable, right? Why don't you tell him then? In the meanwhile, I'll be living my bathroom life like normal.
Bella, I'm sorry.
Hmm?
Please come out.
Oh, but if I come out of the bathroom, I might put you in a bad mood again. Are you sure? Because my morning sickness is still in full swing.
I was just being too selfish. I shouldn't have done that to you. So please, come out of the bathroom already. Your dad seems to be in a really bad mood too, so it's making me nervous.
You cooped me up in a bathroom during my morning sickness. But even you completely understand that wasn't a normal thing to do to your wife, huh? that it wasn't the appropriate course of action. If you're begging me to come out now, that means you at least understand that what you were doing to me was awful, right?
It's just that I thought I might have gone a bit too far is all.
Got it. Just as you wished. I'll come out of the bathroom. But in exchange, I'll be telling my father everything. From after I first started suffering from my morning sickness, as well as what's been happening up until now. When I say everything, I mean everything. I have a lot I want to say, so let's have a nice long conversation.
Bella, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I truly and deeply regret my actions. I shouldn't have treated you that way. So please come back home to me.
I told you just recently, didn't I, that I wanted to get a divorce?
But you're pregnant. You can't do that.
Yeah, I am pregnant, so what?
Wait, don't tell me. Are you planning on getting an abortion?
What on earth are you talking about? I will be having this child.
Then why are you talking about getting a divorce? I'm its father. There's no reason for us to get a divorce, is there?
Ever since my physical condition took a turn for the worst, you've been grumbling and complaining this whole time.
That's only because you weren't going to the hospital even after you started feeling sick.
You can't use that as an excuse. After I found out I was pregnant, you were irritated as hell at how often I had to lay down and throw up.
Can you blame me? No one wants a person who keeps throwing up near them. It'd put anyone in a bad mood.
I was doing my best to make it so you wouldn't hear it. I wasn't doing that on purpose to irritate you. And yet you treated me like that. I learned that you're not the kind of person who could be kind to people who are in poor physical health. Even as your wife, I wasn't an exception. And when I learned that, I realized there's no way I could spend the rest of my life with someone like you. Even after we found out the cause of my sickness, you were always in a sour mood and wouldn't worry about me. That was the least you could have done, yet you didn't. You didn't care about anyone but yourself. I was suffering every single day, but you claimed I was actually just lazy. And that all I could do is prepare half-hearted food for you.
I'm sorry. Come on, I'm a man. Men can't get pregnant. So no matter what I do, it's difficult to understand what you're going through. I don't know how tough it really is to be pregnant.
What kind of excuse is that? Isn't it precisely because you can't understand what it's like that you should be especially nice to me? I'm not asking for every single person out there to treat me like royalty. I don't want to get special treatment and privileges just because I'm pregnant. But at the very least, you're the father of my child. You of all people could stand to be a little kinder to me, right? I'm going to give birth to your child.
I'm sorry.
You think sorry is going to cut it, because it isn't. You made me live in the bathroom and had me sleep out in the freezing hallway. When you told me to do those things, I couldn't believe it. Were you always this kind of man? I can't believe there's any man out there who'd do this to his pregnant wife. Especially since you married me because you supposedly loved me, didn't you?
But the pregnant women at my workplace were always working like hell, and they seemed just fine. It made it look like you were faking it.
Do I have a reason to lie about this to you? How would it benefit me?
I mean, it's a good excuse to get out of work. Maybe you didn't want to do anything anymore.
Man, I was an absolute idiot. I married the wrong person. I should have never chosen you of all people. I didn't think that this was the kind of man you were.
Bella, I promise I regret everything I've done to you. Your dad really let me have it the other day. And when I was grumbling about this at work, all my coworkers told me I was in the wrong here.
I'm so glad to hear that the people around you all have a good head on their shoulders.
Yeah, and it's thanks to everyone's help that I've realized the error of my ways. From now on, I'll treat you right for sure, I promise. And I'll work hard to become the kind of man you can rely on when you're not feeling well.
If you'd gotten a grip and realized what you were doing was wrong sooner, then maybe things wouldn't have wound up this way.
So you won't forgive me?
You had me holed up in the bathroom and made me sleep in the hallway. I realized at some point I didn't care anymore. I didn't care about you or our relationship. I've resolved to raise my child all by myself without your help. I'm fully prepared to.
But I regretted my actions. I've reflected on them. So how about we forgive and forget now, huh?
Even so, victims never forget what was done to them. When I was at my most helpless and when I needed you the most, you treated me so horribly. You're my own husband. I can't find it in myself to forgive and forget. Even if we try to fix things and stay together, I'll hold a grudge against you for the rest of my life. Also, there are probably going to be days I won't be able to do the household chores even after I give birth. It's not like I pop it out and everything's all better again. Childbirth complications happen all the time. Like the baby and I could wind up sick and hospitalized for a while. And when I thought of all those possibilities, I realized I don't need you there.
I'll change, I swear. I'll pick up the household chores when you can't, and I'll become the kind of husband you can rely on 100%. Please don't say you'll divorce me. I'll amend my ways. Come on, I didn't put you through hell or anything. I just made things a little harder for you when I really shouldn't have. You really shouldn't be getting this mad at me. Is it worth it? I think it's weird for you to be this upset at me over something like this. Is this really worth a divorce to you?
Oh, you think? Well, I suppose that's where our sense of morals differ, huh? I don't think I can stay with someone like that. If you think you just made things a little harder for me, then feel free to think that way by yourself for the rest of your life.
I'm sorry. I was out of line. That's not how I truly feel.
But it came out so easily. I'm more apt to believe that those are your true feelings than anything else. No matter what you say, I'm going to divorce you. But don't you think this is great news for you?
What part of this is good? Because I don't think any of it's good news to me. There's nothing for me to be happy about. I keep saying I don't want to get a divorce.
But once we're divorced, you don't have to ever see a faker like me ever again. Remember? You said I was faking being sick. Not only that, but my heart feels so much more at ease now that I don't have to walk on eggshells around you, having to worry about your feelings over something I totally can't control. And don't worry, I won't see you ever again. Isn't that wonderful? Now we'll both be out of each other's hair. After that, he came over to my parents' house on numerous occasions, trying to beg me to come back and for us to start everything over again. He was bawling his eyes out, begging in front of us on his knees. But even looking at him in his most pathetic state, I didn't feel moved by his performance at all. I think it's because to me, my husband had become someone I could never forgive. At some point, his will finally snapped and we successfully got a divorce. Remember how he complained about me to the people around him and they told him off? Well, when those people heard he got a divorce, no one was surprised. They more or less expected that to happen, so nobody would comfort him. Also, his parents found out about his behavior toward me after we got the divorce. So they told him to never come back home ever again and cut ties with him. It seems his mother had also gone through some terrible morning sickness while she was pregnant with him and had struggled immensely during her pregnancy. So she seemed even angrier at him than I was. She especially couldn't forgive him. And you know what's funny? He has a very low tolerance for people who aren't feeling well. He lacks compassion. But when he's under the weather himself, he's the first to crumble and come asking to be taken care of like a little baby. After we got divorced, he contacted me just one last time. He said he'd come down with the flu and was asking me for help. When I got his message, once again, all I could think about is how glad I was to have divorced him. I blocked him at once and ignored his messages. I mean, we left figuring out child support and alimony to our lawyer, so there really wasn't any need for me to keep in contact with him anymore. Anyway, a year has passed since the divorce, and during that time I safely gave birth to my child. Both my parents and my in-laws were absolutely thrilled over my safe delivery, so they gave us a ton of presents. They also insisted on helping me care for my child. I hardly need to ask them for anything because of how considerate and giving they are. Because of that, I'm not struggling at all, even without my ex here. I really don't need him anymore. Also, my workplace is known for employing a lot of women, so they're very considerate over matters like this. They've given me plenty of maternity leave, which I'm still using now. Until my child is a year old, I intend to devote myself wholly to making sure I give her a good upbringing. I'm sure I'll go through a lot of hardships from here on out. But I chose of my own volition to be a single mother. And I want to go through life being able to laugh away all my troubles and steel my heart to accept anything life may throw my way. And I want to raise my child with lots of love and support. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to see more content like this. Also, don't forget to leave your thoughts down in the comments section below. What did you think? Be sure to let us know. We're looking forward to your responses. See you next time.